Okay, guys, welcome to the Religious Talk. Welcome to part 40. Welcome to part 50 of the Religious Talk. Now, another topic we're going to talk about, guys, is false religion. What is false religion is? Okay, I discovered something on YouTube that I want to share with all of you. Okay, it's very, very devastating to peoples. False preachers who preach nothing but what they know. Okay. This one pastor molested all the peoples who worked there for him. That's in the voice and other peoples. But let's get to the subject. What's false religion? False religion is when people believe stuff that's not true, that's not in the Bible. When they make something up like Jesus was born on the 25th of December. Jesus was born Christmas Day. No, Jesus was not born Christmas Day. That is false our because our God Jehovah, okay, his holy son was not born, okay, on December 25th, okay, on Christmas. He was not born on that day. And for sure, that's false. And also he did not die on the cross either. That's false. Because our God Jehovah knows, okay, that his holy son, Jesus Christ, didn't die on the cross. And he never said celebrate my birthday. He never said, because his birth is unknown, very unknown. So therefore, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, everybody, also said, do this of a remembrance of me. He never said celebrate his birthday. And so when people in churches said that, that's false. Another thing is they don't preach what is supposed to be taught in the Bible. They don't preach what's in the Bible. They preach what they think they know. And therefore, that's Satan. Because Jehovah, didn't send his son down for nothing. He sent his son down so he can save all of us. Okay? Because we was all dead after the time after Adam and Eve ate from the forbidden tree and sinned before God. Okay? So, therefore, people, that our God Jehovah is a very true God, okay? But you gotta know who he is, you gotta know who his son is, and you also gotta know what he wants us to do, what is our purpose on earth. Another thing Jehovah truly said in the Bible about about unrighteous people that preach nothing but what they think they know. He said they will be wiped out of the earth. So when he talked about it, will be wiped out of the earth, and the righteous is gonna suspend the earth, like he said in the Bible. Because I believe that Jehovah is gonna have something special for us. Okay, he has something special for us. If we just keep worshiping Jehovah and just keep praying and saying His name all the time, He will bless us with everlasting life. And the only way He can do that is we stay faithful to Jehovah and do His will by teaching stuff out of the Bible, teaching about the Bible, and teaching people about what it's all about and what He said in true words and everything. Also, He said something about man who think their full power of the world or that they have more knowledge than God. He said those peoples will also be wiped out of the world because we have a lot of evil peoples. We have a lot of businessmen and peoples who think the world runs on them because they got all this money or they got the big job or they did this or they think they're successful because they did this. They have all the money in the world and all the girls they can get and all the things they can do. No, it's not like that because first of all, our God Jehovah, okay, wants us to stop focusing on material needs and focus on the kingdom first. Kingdom new comes first. We gotta focus with Jehovah. We can't always focus on material needs because let me tell you, people who bet their life on money and cars and material things and jewelry, they're not gonna live forever in this world because they are worshiping Satan. They're doing what Satan told them to do. And therefore, that's wrong. Because first of all, Satan, okay, everybody knows that Satan is the manipulator. He wants to manipulate everybody and tell them to do whatever they want to do. And he wants to ruin people's lives. He's also a terrorizer. He wants to terrorize people. So that way peoples will be able to worship Jehovah. You guys need to learn not to fall for Satan's tricks. And false religion puts you into Satan's trap. Every time they preach something that is not true in the Bible, you know they must have went home and restudy something they know and something they think they know. But they don't know anything about his word. They don't know anything about his kingdom. Because they never ever read his word or combined to his word or command to his word when he said, do as I please. They didn't do what he told them to do. And so they're going to suffer in the last days. And they're going to be wiped out of the world when judgment day comes, when Jehovah brings the war Armageddon on them. They're going to have to answer to him, why you didn't do this when I told you to do this, why you didn't do this. You see, Satan always want to have the last word with people. Let me tell you guys, therefore, false religion, let me tell you, it's really hard to believe what people say in church because false religion wants you to believe that all of this is true is in the Bible. It never said in the Bible again. I'm going to say it again. It never said celebrate his birthday. What he said was revenge his death and keep this up a remembrance of me. He never said to celebrate his birthday. His birth is unknown. Okay? His birth is unknown. And like I say, if people want to serve Satan, now Jehovah's believe that it's not their right to judge on a person's religion. But if that person want to serve that religion, they can serve that religion. But they believe that what's right is working with Jehovah. And they believe that Jehovah is the creator of the world, the whole entire universe. And they believe that one day we'll live in a peaceful paradise where there will be no more violence, no more fights, no more people dying, no more. That's what they believe. And so therefore, we got to keep those beliefs because those beliefs will happen. He did say in one of the scriptures, he did say in the Bible that this will keep continuing until the system of demons come to an end. Jehovah also said this government is going to crash. It's going to end. Because this government is also worshiping Satan. Like, they don't listen to Jehovah. What they do was, they listen to Satan. Satan tells them to do this. Satan tells them to do that. Satan said, do this, do that. And you see, and go ahead, do this, do that. And do like I said, do this, do that. And go do something else. Go do this, do that. And they do it. Therefore, that's why you never go to churches that don't preach what is in the Bible. Because there was always a say so, okay, in Jehovah's name. It was always a say so in the Bible, what Jehovah told all his apostles to do, and they did it. But like mankind always try to get the best part of Jehovah's peoples and try to grab cash of them. Satan is a part of one of mankind. He tries to always intimidate those who worship it, Jehovah. But let me tell you something, people. Always stay strong, have a stronger faith with Jehovah. You will never go wrong with reading the Bible about your God. You'll never go wrong reading the Bible because the Bible is God's word. And what God says is the truth. It's no lie, it's the truth. What you learn in church is not the same thing Jehovah's Witnesses teach. Because, let me tell you, I have studied with them, and I still am. There's a lot of stuff that still got to get uncovered about what they hear, what churches hear from people. It's a truth that been around for a long time, ever since they hear truth from us. Problem is, churches don't want us to learn about who he is, what his name is, and who his son is. But they will also believe what Satan tells them to do. And that's a problem with that because the government listen to it too. Because sometimes you tell them something and they go off with something else. And see, Satan always gonna have that power because people let him have it. If 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 it's something different or something shiny or goldy, they let Satan have it. They let Satan control them. They let Satan bring them to the darkness. And therefore, it leads them to their grave. And like I'm saying, like, you should all listen to Jehovah and start reading the Bible more daily because this system of these is going to end. We don't know when, but it's going to end. Because this government is ridiculous. The way they treat people, the way they act with people. And he also said the human government is not going to help us. He also said mankind is not going to help us. Don't put your faith in a man who sinned. Like they said, Jehovah's Witnesses believe that too. That if you put your faith in a man, it's not going to get done. There's not going to be no salvation. You got to put your faith and put salvation with 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 Jehovah. Because Jehovah will give you salvation, not the man's. Man's sin and they'll die. Because that's the way it was because of Adam and Eve. Okay? So like I say, you can read the Old Testament Bible, it will not tell you what it is. Because the New Testament, no, the Old Testament and New Testament are two different books. And the New Testament been created by the Jehovah's Witnesses. And they made it up to their own truth to let people know what it is all about. Because when people teach you, or when people's in church, your pastor or whoever is part of the church, preach this and teach something false to you is not in the Bible, that's against also working for Satan. That is against Jehovah. Because when they say God, who is God? That's what everybody try to figure out who is God. The Jehovah's Witnesses even said, don't call him God, call him by his name. People have for a long time been saying God. Who is God? A long time. People have been saying that. And it's ridiculous. You gotta know what his name is. His name is Jehovah. They even have a song about it, and they brought it out along in my church. Okay, they brought it out. It was a song, and it said Jehovah in it. Okay, that's how I learned his name. But I learned more. I learned more about his name now as I'm studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. And then after the end of the studies, it says my choice if I want to serve Jehovah or I want to serve Satan. But I want to serve Jehovah. That's why I told him. The man gave me an answer, one of the brothers, and said, do you want to be a Jehovah's Witness one day? I said, yes. I want to get baptized one day. And it says the process, that says there's a lot of stuff I got to work on. Got to get rid of the dirt, because I hadn't made a lot of dirt. I hang out with people who cuss, say a lot of cuss words, and people who smoke and drink, do a lot of stuff. That's why I need to get rid of the dirt. We all need to get rid of the dirt because we all dirty, because we all sin. So that's why we have to be clean. We have to get baptized. It's the only way to get out of this evil. But still be faithful. And there's a lot of stuff you still gonna have to work on. So